Hello, everyone. I have socks in my hands from something I was doing with my AP class. I was doing a puppet show. That's the kind of stuff you can get in AP Computer Science. Anyway, website project, doing CSS classes. At this point, you should have a website that looks mostly done with coloring. And the only thing we have to add now is I want you to practice using those things we saw classes. This is that day we did the winter, spring, summer, and fall. That's a song from Avatar. But it's that day we did the winter, spring, summer, fall, highlighting with the different colors. That's when we learned about classes. So that's what I'm going to review quickly so that you have time and the skills to work on it. I was originally going to plan on having a required Zoom class Friday. I'm actually going to move it to Monday so that we have time to get our websites fully finished. And so that on Monday we can sort of review them. I'll try to figure out a way to get us to review some, or if not review them, then at least we can start the next unit together on animation and stuff, and just make sure that everyone's on the same page. So that'll be our check-in, because I want to see everyone, or at least hear your voices, and not just the voices in my head. Just kidding. Anyway, your Google question will be the same as the last couple days since we're working on an extended project. So your Google question will just be summarize what you did today. And then we're still working in lesson 14, number 2. So I'm going to review the classes, and then that'll be that. So right now we have a website. This is my garbage website so far, but I have some good things. I've got some CSS files going. I have 3 HTML elements modified, and I have 3 different properties. So if I take a look at my rubric, I'm doing pretty well. The 3 puts me at 2 points here, and the having 3 properties puts me at this stage. So if I want to jump over, I didn't attach this yesterday, but I'll make sure it's attached today. If I want to get into the top category, I need to add an additional styling tag. So I would need to add another tag, maybe like H2, that gets styled. That'll put me in this category. And then for at least 6 is a lot, but we have an entire series of lessons that have all these examples you can look at very easily. You have all these ones in 11. It's all about styling like images. And we have all these things in lesson 10, which is all about styling text. So between these, there are easily 10 to 12 different properties you can choose to work on. So you have plenty of things to choose to help you get these points. Each web page should have its own style sheet. That's like where it had like index.css maps to this website. And the birds.css maps to this website. They don't have to be the same. I can make each one have a different color if I want, or they can be the same. And some people have asked me, what if I want the background to be white? Just make sure it's specified as white. Make sure you just type it as white if you want it to be white. If you have it missing, then I have to lose this requirement. So I need it to have a background color because every web page has some kind of background. So the separate style sheets, I've got that taken care of. I assume that I've revised my project. That's what we worked on first. And then as I'm going, I'm checking to make sure that there are no errors in my CSS code. The HTML stuff you fix is that last part because you've already submitted that. The CSS, I'm looking to make sure there are no errors. What are some common errors? Common one actually is forgetting semicolons. Every line has to end in a semicolon. Gotta end in a semicolon. Because if I don't, and I try to do something like this, and try to make it green for my H1 heading, it doesn't work. This didn't turn green. It's because it didn't realize this line ended. The semicolon tells it I'm done. What? Oh, because it's background color. Ha ha ha. No. Wait, that's supposed to be color. What? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong website because I'm a smart person. Good. Yeah. So if I got rid of that, this would be broken. Once I add the semicolon, now it works. So that's a common error. Common error, another one is not ending the tag. It breaks everything, makes it red. So closing off that piece is another thing. Those are the two most common mistakes, I'd say. Cool. So let's review classes real quick. So the place to look that I recommend you look is, even if for whatever reason you didn't do 13 number 10, well, one, do it so you can get points in the content task. But other than that, there's even some that's done for you. So this stuff here, this is the class it's talking about. So when the rubric says add at least 2 different classes and there are no errors in the way you did classes, look to lesson 13 number 10 for an example. This is how you do it. This class name was winter. In the CSS file, I use that dot winter, and that let me change it to the specific color. You don't have to say, for this project, you don't have to use RGB with classes. You can just still say, light blue or something. Or you can do anything. Font size equals 30px. You can use any properties you want. But I want you to identify something to change the style of. I forget what the original was. Something like that. As you can see here, I have a lot of different classes. So I have spring and I have winter. So in my HTML file, I have winter, and here I have spring. You finish this out for your own work. You add summer and fall too. But this is an example of 2 different classes. So if I wanted to change it, if I wanted to add my own classes to my web page, I could do this. I want this class to be class equals bacon. And then I go to my CSS file and I add something dot class name dot bacon. And I want that bacon to be, let's make the font size really big so I know that it did something. This is what it looks like now. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's how that works. It's as simple as that. Just adding inside things to check. Make sure that the word class is coming up green. If it's not, that means that you're probably putting it in the wrong spot. The color actually does matter. It's how the program is reading your text that you type. So if it's not, the color doesn't match this, that means something might have gone wrong. So reminder, Zoom meeting Monday during our normal class time. And then the Google questions just summarize the project so far. Hang in there. Come to office hours if you have questions. A few people have stopped by. If you just want to chat, say hi, send a chat. Come to office hours. We're all in this together. It's a tough time. We're all getting affected by this. So I'm there with you. I support you. I love you all. Take care.